The last
He's
time
only 30 years old.
Deshaun Watson
Nothing.
played good was 2020. That's 6 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
The last time that guy was a good player was 6 years ago. Come on, man. You ain't got it no more. Let's just accept it. What's up, world? Welcome back to Sneakers and Sports. We appreciate y'all pulling up. Of course, continue to like, share, subscribe. I'm going to be honest with y'all, man. The majority of y'all, this might be your first time seeing us. We need you to subscribe. And let's keep it real. If you subscribe, you're going to get the best NBA and NFL content that you can see on the internet. And especially when you're talking about the local teams being the Braves, the Falcons, the Hawks, nobody does it better than us. But with all that, let's talk about what we're going to get into today. So, of course.
And you get to see me, the expert, So that's all you need. But anyway, go ahead.
Man, ain't nobody checking for you, expert.
So,
go ahead.
Shaka, what's going on, man? We trying to do a show. We got one guy jumping off top ropes, interrupting everybody. The other guy sounds slizzy like he straight on that cognac, man. Shaka.
Nah, I just say ain't nobody checking for expert. That's all.
No,
I mean,
everybody checking for
Y'all
that.
see what I got to work with? I'm telling people to subscribe for the best content ever. And then
y'all
next
some
thing you
haters,
know,
boy.
We got two people jumping off the top ropes. Shaka,
Man, y'all
what's
some
up, man?
haters.
I mean, look, Mike ran so Dom could fly.
Exactly.
That's how that went.
There it is.
So today we're going to get into, obviously, the Orlando Magic fired Jamal Mosley after getting bounced out the playoffs. Who should replace him? We're going to get into some other NBA talk as well, basically giving our predictions of what's going to happen in the second round. For some of our teams, second round off to a good start. For other people, it's off to a bad start. We got a couple other things to clean up. So let's go ahead and jump into this thing. So we know the Orlando Magic fired Jamal Mosley. They had a really good season. And from a record-wise, they made it into the playoffs and gave the Pistons a major scare. Was up 3-1, couldn't close the deal, and they fired a coach. I wouldn't put that on the coach. I think that's more they just don't have the talent. Mike, you say you're an expert. What is your expert telling you? What did you see as to why Jamal Mosley got fired?
Shoot, man. I mean, honestly, they really shouldn't have fired him, to tell you the truth. I just think that was kind of a bad decision. I mean, they weren't the better team, and they took them to the brink. They took the other team to the brink, and they actually could have won this thing. So I don't think they should have, fired the coach and put that on the coach. But, on the other half of what coach that I think they should get should be someone like, give somebody new a chance, like Sam Cassell, something like that. Yeah, I would go that route. I wish they could I wish they'll bring in Mark Jackson, but he's kind of
blackballed.
He's blackballed, so they're not gonna go that route. But I would do like a Sam Cassell or somebody like that, Jerry Stackhouse, somebody like that on that end. Somebody that demands respect. You're not gonna
You see this man jump the gun again. We just talking about why the guy got fired. He just went straight to the
right.
Why even put together a show, man?
Hey, it's all good.
He's run his own plays.
Hey, that's what I do. I'm the expert.
Clearly.
I say when we go to the next topic.
Clearly, man. But
put some respect
I'm looking
on
at this.
Mike, man.
People are basically saying that, Paulo did not evolve his game, and that falls on Jamal Mosley. I can't really say that because that happens in the offseason. Paulo's supposed to be working his game in the offseason. He has not expanded his game. It's the same game he started with as a rookie. It has not expanded at all. I don't know, man. What are you seeing as to what happened with the Magic? Because it is an epic fail to be up 3-1 and to basically squander it and lose 3 games in a row.
I mean,
Just like you said, up 3-1 is a huge blunder, dog.
Yeah.
And I mean, I understand that they were ranked, 8 versus a 1. So that would be a huge upset. I get it. But you also got to think about if you're up 3-1 and you have those games to overcome that, you need a leader of men, all right? You need somebody that's going to inspire these players to get one. That's all you needed because you got to that point. And, it is what it is. Like, it might be a situation where you're like, look, the Magic has kind of hit their peak with this guy. I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. I'm mad that, I hate that somebody had to lose their job. I never want somebody to lose their job, especially a black coach. But you got to take it to the next level. I don't know. Like, you're up 3-1. That's a big blunder, man. Like, I understand it was against the number 1 Detroit Pistons, but
here's the thing,
that's a big blunder.
Is it really a big blunder? Because if you look at the construction or the Orlando Magic, outside of Paulo Banchero, who can you count on? Wendell Carter has been missing in action
Right.
Bane,
majority of this past
MIA.
Bane,
career.
Bane was killing it. Bane was killing it in
Yeah,
those
but
first,
here's the thing: they don't have a point guard. Desmond Bane is not a point guard. He's an off-ball shooting guard that basically is a three-point specialist. He's not a guy to put the ball on the floor. You know what I'm saying? Suggs is not an offensive player. He's a defensive
Right.
player.
He's a defensive. That's
So,
the
but
thing.
I mean, but
and you're
for those
missing the
first
other,
few
and
games,
you're missing,
Bane was balling.
yeah, but you're missing one of the Wagner brothers. When they both on the court, they play well. I
Right.
just see that they don't have enough weapons, man. You already sent your point guard Cole Anthony out of town. Where are the weapons to help Paolo out? That's a
Not in
GM thing, not a
Orlando.
coach thing. I don't know.
Not,
What you
not
say,
in
Shaka?
Orlando. What I saw, I watched the games. What I saw was when Detroit woke up and said, all right, our backs against the wall, it's time to play. They put the clamps down, and then it just flip-flopped. Orlando became the team that couldn't get any offensive production. Detroit woke up, and they were hitting the threes. Like, it just turned into a night and day situation for Orlando. And that, Orlando played, it's not like they didn't play tough, but there was no one that took the reins, like you guys said. Paulo can only do so much. It's sort of like what happened to Jalen Johnson when he
Right.
met the Knicks. It's like the team that Detroit said, okay, we're gonna bully you. What you gonna do about it? And he didn't do enough. He came up this short, and that's what happened.
Hey,
Hey.
he's out there singing "I'll Be Sure" night and day.
Yeah, that's
Here's the
what
thing.
happened.
One thing, shout out to my boy Joff. He's a diehard Magic fan. He's always been a Magic fan. His criticism of this team is even when they were up in the 5th game, they were
Yeah.
up significantly. I'm telling you right now, it was like between 15 to 20 points. And I hit him up. I was like, man, talk your shit, right? He was like, nah, man, nah, I've seen this before. They blow big leads. They've been doing this all year.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Okay.
but they've been
They
doing this for the last
consistently are
couple
blowing
years.
big
They
leads.
It's 3
can't
years, right?
score. They can't. They go in this. That's the problem. The team doesn't have another go-to guy. There's no
Right.
second person
Well,
to relieve Paolo. They run to these scoring drops on a regular basis. That's what happened last year.
yeah,
Right.
and I agree with KP on that. They don't have another guy to other than Paulo that's going to, get them points and stuff like that. But Detroit was just a better team. I mean, you look
Yes.
all season,
They were the
Detroit has
better
been
team. Yeah.
yeah, Detroit's been doing it. I don't really call this a big blunder for Orlando. I call it a success that they was even able to get up, 3-1 against Detroit because Detroit was just a better team and they just weren't doing the things that they did in the regular season in those first games or whatever. And Orlando was able to exploit that. I give Orlando credit because this shows that they with some few other pieces, they got something going for the future. So that shows a bright future for them as long as they can add some other pieces. They just have to change a few things around and they'll be up there. But yeah, Detroit was just a better team. And they showed that they were. They put the clamps on, they played that defense, and they just showed they did. Once they started to play how they played in the regular season, there was no way Orlando was going to beat them.
One thing real quick that I heard in the post game from Paulo, which is why they had to get a new head coach. They said he specifically said, like, you can't just wait till the end of the season to start turning it on, to start, trying to gel. Like, you got to create these habits throughout the season. To me, that's on the coach.
Yeah, that's an
Right.
indictment
There
on
you
the
go.
coach.
Yes.
There you go.
But if you look at Jamal
So
Mosley
what Shaka
tenure,
is saying, he does not have them ready to play throughout the season. And I'm
Throughout the
telling you what
season.
my boy Joffrey has saying, that I'm telling you, they are not consistent with their play.
well,
Okay.
here's
So
the
that
thing, though. How can you be consistent with an incomplete roster? If you look at Jamal Mosley record, first year 22 games, next year 34 wins, the following year 47 wins, year number 4 41 wins, this year 45 wins, 3 first-round exits. To me, this is telling me you
3.
don't have the horses to compete. You
That's
keep
true.
getting out the play-in, but you don't have the horses to close the
Well,
deal.
two things can be true.
Yeah.
The realization is that maybe they didn't have the pieces, and maybe he also didn't get them ready to play or didn't get them playing that consistent type of
Yeah, but
play
Orlando has a
throughout the
tough
season.
reputation.
So
They have
here's the thing. Here's the thing. Orlando's also has the opportunity now. They feel like they have a better opportunity to bring in a better, more experienced coach, potentially. Maybe they
So
have something up their sleeve to take them to that next level,
Let's
like
just
a
be
lot
real.
of
They're
these
not getting to no
coaches do.
next level. They're not getting nowhere.
Dom, this is the
Orlando ain't
thing
getting
though.
nowhere.
Orlando is in what expert would normally say what used to happen to the Hawks. They're in no man's land.
Yes.
They're
What are
not
they?
good enough to get a
That's right.
top draft pick. They're not, you know what I'm
That's
saying? They're not bad
right.
enough to get a
Yeah.
top draft pick. And they're not good enough to
Exactly.
actually compete in the playoffs.
That's
They're
why
an
we've been
incomplete
saying,
team.
KP,
And
the
if you
NBA
are,
has a problem. The
yeah,
NBA has a problem.
they
These
do.
Orlandos, Charlotte, Atlanta.
Mhm.
Atlanta might be
Indiana's.
yes.
Well, I
It's
don't
just
know. We can't say
it's a
that.
big
I mean,
circle.
because Indiana with you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah,
They
the
lost some
injuries.
they
Come on.
lost some they lost some pieces from that last year's team though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
but
the
at the
thing.
same time, if you're management, you're not going to pay for the pieces, and your best player is going to be on the sideline the whole season.
Yeah,
That doesn't
that
make
yeah.
any sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
You shouldn't
I
be in
mean,
the apron,
it's
and your
injury.
best player can't help you right now.
Right. It's injury.
Halliburton is not playing.
But
Milwaukee,
nothing's
Toronto.
guaranteed. It's not guaranteed that Indiana just bounces back and
No.
becomes a player in the East.
Look, Orlando is just not a very good team.
Thank you.
People were looking at Orlando and like, oh, yeah, maybe they can do something because of the way that they were playing against Detroit. But they're really not a very good team. I mean, they often rank near the bottom in three-point
Mhm.
percentage. Threes in this game has just become a big thing. I mean, defensive sag off them in the paint, and let them shoot the threes because they're just not a real good, three-point shooting team. Their half-court offense can get stuck sometimes because they don't have a lot of shot creators. They don't have a lot of
Mhm.
spacing. Their decision-making is not all that great. Orlando's just not a real good team. So Detroit beating them, I mean, Orlando got lucky that they won those 3 games.
Yes.
Honestly, Detroit beating them was supposed to happen. And I mean, I don't see
It
anything.
was supposed to happen. I agree.
Yeah,
I
it
agree
was
with
supposed
that.
to happen. They're just
And to
yeah,
expert's point, if you are a top coach that doesn't have a job right now, what's attractive about the job?
Nothing.
You don't have the draft picks to compete. You have one really good player and a bunch of,
Mhm.
Yeah, but you
role
have
players.
you have a young, promising player. You do have a young, promising
You
player,
need
man.
more. You
I mean,
need
well,
more.
It's a
yeah.
head coaching job in the NBA, so
Yeah.
there's that.
Well, that's why I was saying they need to go after somebody new, somebody
Yes, I
who's
agree with
like
that.
Sam Cassell and those guys who haven't been head coaches in the NBA. Go after somebody like that who's played before and is going to still demand respect, even though they haven't coached in it, like been a head coach in the NBA.
But
Here's
I
the thing. I think
also
y'all all were thinking about it's gonna be the draft, but y'all didn't even take consideration. They made moves in regards to free agency. They brought in Bane. How do you know they can't bring in
Bane is
somebody
a
else?
trade, though. That was a trade. So you gave up draft compensation to get him. And
People
you
can
gave
make
up 3
people can make
first-round picks to get
people can
Desmond
make
Bane.
Yeah, you
moves.
did.
When you have a young player like Banchero, I mean, hey, maybe a superstar is gonna want to play with him. You don't know. You don't know
But
what type
that,
of moves they can make.
yeah, everybody keeps bringing up Bane, but Bane is a glorified role player, though.
Right.
I mean, Bane is not going to move the needle. Bane is somebody that you have your stars, and then he's somebody that can kind of add on to it, a little bit, but he's not a star player. He wasn't a
I
star
agree, he's not
player
a
in
star,
Memphis. He's
but
not
he
a
made
star
him
here.
better. Did he not make him better?
Well, you can get role players are supposed to make you better,
Yeah,
help
well, he
make the
made
team
him better
better.
though.
But what
That's
I'm
what I'm saying.
saying, is Bane is not going to be that player that moves the needle. Paolo's going to need somebody else that can do what he does. He's going to need another star out there, and then Bane is going to just adds on to that. He's going to be that guy on the perimeter, that guy that can really help them overcome. But he needs not Bane, but Paolo needs another player in there
All right.
that can do what he does.
I got a scenario for y'all. What if they bring in his boy, John Morant, and he resurrects his
How,
career
though?
in Orlando?
They don't have the draft
look,
compensation to do it, though.
They
You don't have the players or the
Memphis might
draft
want to get rid of
compensation.
him. They might say, yeah, look, you
Yeah, but
got
they want a draft pick or a player they
Yeah.
don't have either.
Yeah, Memphis already wants to get rid of him, but there is
Maybe
not.
he wants to
yeah,
get
They
they
rid
don't
of
give
still-
the
him.
guy away for
But
nothing.
I think that might be a
listen.
good place.
No, they got to get something in return. How is it a good place if they can't give you anything?
I mean, they don't have the draft picks, and there's no player outside of Paolo that you can trade that they're going to give you John Morant. I mean, it's just, and then now you're also talking about cap implications too. I don't really
I
see how
think
that.
y'all are putting John Morant a little bit high. At some point, I think they're gonna be like, look, I'll take a
I
for it.
hear what you're
I'll
saying,
take
but even
authority.
look at Shaka. Look at the trade for Trey Young. We all say that they kind of gave Trey Young away, but you did get a
Right.
valuable piece back in CJ McCollum.
Yeah.
We know that.
Yeah.
And now it helped your cap. So that was one of the big things. You need somebody who's gonna take that contract. You're already
Absolutely.
paying Paolo big money. And gets paid big money. I don't see how you can
There you go.
afford to pay Ja Morant too, and you don't have the capital to get him.
So that's why I wanna ask Mike. I wanna push back on the expert for a second and get his expert
Mhm.
opinion, because
Okay.
you gotta maximize what you got, because just what KP said, there's not a lot of wiggle room. And
No.
if they're saying they can do some things to tweak something during the season to make it better for them in the postseason, so they can finally get out the first round, I would say, why don't you bring in somebody, a tough-minded coach who's gonna keep them disciplined, like a Tom Thibodeau, right? Like what he did for New York. Like bring in somebody who's been there and done it before and do it that way, because realistically, you're not gonna find another star as you're currently constructed and as the cap, all that stuff. It's just not gonna happen for Orlando, man. You better maximize what you got right now and just get a
Well,
And
coach
Tom
that can get
and
you there.
Well, not necessarily. It depends. Like, yeah, the cap has a lot to do with it and everything, but if you can get the only way, like, for instance, Dom said Ja Morant, the only way they're gonna really be able to get Ja Morant is if they can get other teams involved
Right.
in that trade and move people around that way. And they're gonna have to get rid of some people because they're gonna be way too far over the cap just to get Ja Morant.
So
But
they
if
need a
they
Tamway trade.
A
yeah,
three, a three-team trade.
Yeah, 3 or
Three-team.
4 team trade, then they could possibly get it done. Tom Thibodeau, I understand what you're talking about with Tom Thibodeau. I don't really like Tom Thibodeau like that because he runs his players into the ground, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's regular season or postseason. He's still playing the same 7 players, and run them to the ground, and it just doesn't lead to a championship.
Why not? Hey, all they trying to do is get to the second round. Run
Hey
them into
the
Dom,
the ground.
thing
They
is,
young.
Tom Thibodeau has a history of doing a lot with less.
There
That's
you
the
go.
thing, though.
Of course.
that's
So
true.
from what y'all are saying, if they don't have the talent, the perfect coach for them would be Tom Thibodeau. Look at his history that he had with the Bulls. Look at his history with the beginning of the Knicks before
Yep.
they made all those trades. Like
Tough.
they
You
were
left you
there
left the
and they did
Timberwolves
not
out of
have the
there too.
talent like that. There you
Mhm.
go.
Well,
I'm just
here's what the tea leaves are saying, that they actually want Billy Donovan, who just quit on
Yeah,
the
yeah. That
you
makes
know,
a lot of
Nah,
he was
sense.
man.
actually hired as a coach
People need to
before.
let Billy Donovan go. I do not think he's made for the NBA, dog. He need to go back to college, dog. I don't
I
see
mean,
it.
I want to see him in college.
And
Billy
guess who else?
Donovan is
Guess the other name that they saying is
what?
Steve Kerr.
What?
If Steve
Who?
Kerr leaves Golden State, they're
Man,
willing to
Steve
give
Kerr
him
is
whatever
Why?
not
he
going
wants.
to
Why would
Orlando,
Steve
bro.
Kerr do that?
He's not, man.
Why?
Are you kidding me?
Why? Like if I was
why
Kerr,
why
there's
why
no
would
way I'm going from
He's not.
Golden State Steph Curry
but why would
to
Orlando do that?
Orlando. Like,
But why would Orlando do that? If I was them, I wouldn't want Steve Kerr. I wouldn't
Man,
want Steve Kerr.
Steve Kerr will go to the G League out there for the win.
no, Steve Kerr is going to the booth. That's where he
Yes.
going.
He needs a
Yeah.
break, basically. He's probably
Yeah.
tired right now.
Yeah.
Would you
Yeah.
take Doc Rivers if he gets fired?
No.
Yes.
No.
He
No.
did get
That's
fired,
No.
didn't
another one. I'm sorry.
I
Newsflash.
would not
Doc
take
Rivers
Doc
needs to
Rivers.
hang it up, dog. It's done.
Yeah. He's
It's done,
terrible.
dog.
he? If I'm Orlando,
We can't put
I'm taking Doc
you on
Rivers.
any other teams,
Matt.
dog. There's no
No.
more teams for you. I don't know
Look,
what you want to do.
like I said before. But like I said before, they just need to go with somebody new. They need to go with a Sam Cassell or a Jerry Stackhouse or somebody like that. Go with somebody new and see what happens.
I think I'll pick Cassell over Stackhouse. I'm still not sure about him as a coach, but
Yeah.
I actually like the Tills move. I think
I like Stackhouse.
although he runs the players in the ground, I think it's a
He's going
it's a good fit going from Mosley to Tills because it's still that dog mentality. So
yeah.
something they
And
kind
they're
of
not
familiar with.
old. They're young. They
But
can play.
I
I
don't know.
actually think Tibbs likes that type of situation. He likes
Of
to grind
course.
it out. I'm not expected to win. Let me show you that I can overcome, you know what I'm saying, whatever I got going on. I think he likes those type of situations.
Well, talking about a situation that I don't like right now, we talking about the Browns and this coaching. I'm not
No.
sure what in the world is going on in OTAs that Deshaun Watson is taking more first-team reps than Shador Sanders.
They
Shador
said that.
played 8 games. He basically won out the second half with no offensive line and only a tight end to throw the ball to and a running back that was injured that was having a good season. I don't see why these guys cannot just give Shador a real opportunity.
No, it's not. That's not
I
what
know
it
why.
is, KP. It's not
I
what
know
it
why.
is.
It's that
It's
$200
because
million.
that money. It's the
It's not.
money.
That's not what it is. They're giving Deshaun a chance because, like what Dom just said, the money, but also they feel like if you listen to the whole preseason, they feel like Shador is in the league. He's in the catbird seat. So you got to see what you got in Deshaun Watson. Number one, because if he loses the job, if he doesn't do enough to win the job, he becomes trade bait. You got to see what you got. It's been a while since he played, since he's been at this level of health, right? So you got to see what you got. Give him the opportunity. It gets cameras on him. It gets the media talking about him, and that's what you want if you are
Well,
Brown's front office.
Shaka, here's the thing though. Nobody's making a trade for Deshaun. Deshaun could look like, Tom
You never
Brady
know that.
2.0. They're not, come on, expert. Nobody's making a trade for Deshaun.
Hey,
Not with that contract.
KP, that's not like it doesn't mean they have to pick up the contract. The Browns can pay the contract, man. They're already paying it. That's not it. At this point, you got to get anything that's going to
I
help
get
your
it. I
organization.
mean, here's the thing. Yes, he understands Tom Munkin's system and played in Tom Munkin's system in Houston. We get all of that. I don't see who's going to make a trade for Deshaun. Even if you pay 100% the contract, Deshaun still comes with a lot of baggage. You're talking about a guy that's tore his Achilles now twice.
Mm-hmm.
He's actually torn both Achilles. That's number one.
Mm-hmm.
Number two, any team's going to have to deal with the allegations. Although they're old, it's coming. The fan base is coming. They're not going to go away. And then the guy has played like total crap over the last 3 years. He's been horrible. He's been probably one of the worst quarterbacks over the last 3 years. This is ultimately right now, unless he turns back into Houston Deshaun, this is the worst trade in NFL history. You
But
think
what if he
somebody else is
comes
going to take
close?
that problem off your hands?
What? So if you're a Browns fan and Deshaun comes out OTAs, let's say beginning of the season, preseason, and he looks like a semblance of old Deshaun, what now? Because old Deshaun,
Can't stay healthy though. He hasn't been healthy in what, 3-4
well,
seasons.
well, but I'm saying that's why I'm saying if he's now healthy, because everything we've heard to this date is that Deshaun is in the best health he's been since he was a Houston Texan. And so if it's a true statement, that's all I'm saying. If it's a true statement, you can't tell what's going to happen in the future. If it's a true
Then
statement,
you know what I do, Dom?
you got a good problem on your hand.
You know what I do, Dom? I wait for Shador to get injured and then he get on the field. But at the same time, Dom, you
That,
played football, right? In the summer
Mhm.
when you had to get ready for football, it's some guys look amazing with no pads on and no real defense. When the game came, they couldn't run that guy. That's what the tape is showing me of Deshaun. When the game is on, he's not that guy anymore.
but he's
Thing
been that
is,
guy before.
Monken has history with him. And the fact is, this organization has paid Deshaun Watson like a number one, their franchise quarterback. They have to see if finally he is
Yeah.
beyond the injuries.
Yep.
Okay. And here's the thing, this is basically a low risk, high reward because you still have Shador to back him up. So if he's not working
Well,
out,
yeah.
you like you still can go to Shador and it's like, well, sorry. Because here's the thing, Shador was already drafted in who cares? I can't even remember the round. So
Fifth.
like, like
Fifth.
you're not drafted. You did not draft him and put him in position to be your franchise quarterback. You didn't give him that type of confidence. Okay. The thing is, you paid Deshaun. You have to see what you have. Because hey, right now, he nobody's gonna want him. Okay. Nobody's gonna want him right now because everybody thinks he's trash. They don't have a choice.
They don't
They don't
think
have
he's
a
trash. They
choice.
know he's trash.
No,
Well,
no. Here's the thing. That dog, people can dog, come on now. He's not young. I mean, he's not old. He's not old. Let's be honest. He's not. All right. It's been a long time since those allegations. He has had some injuries, but there's plenty of quarterbacks that have had injuries. Dog, they can resurrect their career.
but KP,
Expert, why can't they just give Shador a real opportunity. The guy showed you at the end
They
of the
are.
season. He beat the Steelers. Okay? You had not been beating the Steelers on a regular basis. And what Shador go out there? He went out there and did it. Shador ended the season on a winning note. What else did he got to do to show that he is the guy? Although
Yeah,
he was a
well,
fifth round pick, his talent is not fifth round.
yeah, well, all in all, I feel bad for Shador. They did him wrong during the draft. They did him wrong last year,
There
and
we
now
go.
they're doing him
Here
wrong
we go.
again. I wish the Falcons would have just
Here
picked
we
him.
go.
But
You
anyways,
know it's coming.
but no, but look, I do feel like he's getting done wrong. But I mean, I do understand why they're probably going to play Deshaun Watson. I mean, nobody's going to want to trade for him if he doesn't get any type of playing time, and they show that he actually can still play. And if he actually can still play, they might be able to get a little something out
Thank
of it.
you.
So I
That
understand why
Thank
they're
you.
doing it. I don't like that they're doing it because I really want to see Shador out there, and I really want him to get his chance, his opportunity, because he did well when he did
Man, y'all gonna be
last season.
okay,
So
man.
but we'll see. We'll see.
Come on, man.
Let
Y'all don't need
Shador
to see
develop,
Shador
though.
Sanders during
Let's
OTAs, man. Y'all do not
Shador
need to see
develop.
Shador Sanders during
Shador's
Yes,
OTAs.
the
he
GOAT.
does. He needs all the reps he can
He's
get.
getting the
let
reps,
me
KP.
let me you know what's
Shador's
funny?
the GOAT.
You know what's funny? Expert is saying Shador is the GOAT. KP is saying, hey, we should go with Shador. He's clearly you're saying that he's the franchise quarterback, right? Shador is the franchise
No,
quarterback. Is that what you
no, I'm saying let's figure out if he's a franchise quarterback and give him a real opportunity. Because last year he didn't have a real opportunity and he didn't have the talent. Basically, the Browns had the best draft of everybody. They got an A+ from every grade. They answered everything they needed. Let's see what Shador can do now with these actual weapons and an offensive line that can protect him.
I
Okay.
think you will.
Well, here's the thing. I just feel like everybody's like, hey, Shador, Shador, Shador. Meanwhile, Shador only played 7 games last year. Okay, just
8.
like you said. Well, okay, 7, 8, whatever. Guess who played a lot more than him? Tyler Shuck. And y'all are sitting here saying,
There we go.
he ain't showed me nothing. He ain't showed me nothing. I don't even know if you guys have a quarterback. I don't even know, what you guys are gonna do because hey, that could be a flash in the pan. Remember, flash in the pan.
Good.
So
But yet and still, now y'all are like, oh, Shador, Shador, Shador. Meanwhile, you're paying Deshaun Watson $200 million plus, and you don't want to I'm just saying.
What the hell does Tyler Shook have to do with this?
With
And at the
nothing.
I'm
same
just
time,
saying, Tyler
none
Shook
of
had
us-
more
hold on,
games
hold on.
than them Shador Sanders, and
the
y'all
part that
are
you
like,
keep
Shador's
missing-
the man.
the part you
Shador's
keep
the
missing-
man.
the part you keep missing, first off, Tyler Shuck got actual reps in preseason. Okay, that's number one. Number two, he had an actual opportunity to start and actually figure out can the guy play at all. That's another point. As well as none of us have compared Shador to Josh Allen. We said let Shador develop. You compared Tyler Shuck.
No, that
to
has
Josh
nothing to
Allen.
do with that. Has nothing to do with whether I was comparing him to shit. I said, first of all, we have I said that is our quarterback. But you are saying, hey, forget the $200+ million man. Let's go with our 6th or 7th round pick. You know what I'm saying? And y'all
He's a
ain't even
fifth
talking
round
about
pick.
Dylan
Why you keep
Gabriel.
lowering the
Okay,
guy's
fifth
pick?
round
He's a
Yeah,
fifth round
whatever.
pick.
The 5th, fine.
Mhm.
You already drafted. Cleveland Browns already drafted another quarterback before him, Dylan Gabriel. Okay, I'm just
And
saying.
he's
he was
trash, and
garbage.
everybody knows it.
And he was
It is
garbage.
what it is. They
It didn't
still
work
did it.
out.
They still did it. My point is, you are paying this man so much money. You have to see if he is the same Deshaun Watson. You have to.
He's not.
Bro, the man has showed you for 3 to 4 years in
Nah.
a row he's not that guy.
That he
He
wasn't.
continues to show you that.
But
When
KP,
he's not, when he's healthy and he's on the field, what does he do? He turns the ball over.
but
He's
see,
shown
KP,
you over and over again he don't got
here's
it
the thing
anymore.
you're not thinking about. Here's the thing you're not thinking about, okay?
What's that?
First of all, what they're doing is smart. It's what front offices do when they're trying
Agreed.
to, it's shrewd. Because you got to manage money, you got to manage image, all this stuff. It's part of they already talked to Shador about what they're doing. I guarantee you. Because they've already told everyone that Shador he's our QB. Who's we want to be our QB. So I'm not worried. Shador doesn't need the spotlight during OTAs. But it's not just the injuries for Deshaun, okay? Going through all that stuff that he did to himself, it's also mental. Like most of his play might have been due to injury, but some of it was due to his mentality. If he's right mentally, then other teams, they're smart, man. They're going to pick up on this. They're
So,
going to like, okay, he's
Shaka,
ready
if
to
you
go.
an NFL GM, would you be the fool that basically takes the bill of goods and Deshaun Watson? Even
No,
they say go pay up, would you
if
do
I'm
it?
a GM and I'm in and okay, but you're thinking about it from like a team right now after the NFL draft looking at them. What about when these quarterbacks start getting hurt? All these number ones get hurt, man. All
Okay,
of
the
them.
Cardinals, they have no quarterback. Would you take Deshaun?
Well, did you see the Cardinals are talking about getting Aaron Rodgers? So
Yeah,
yes,
we'll see what happens with
because
that.
Aaron Rodgers is going to get hurt.
Okay,
You know that.
I'll keep it. I'll keep it to hometown.
Hey,
If we talking about the Falcons, right
We
now, we
already
don't
got. We
know
already
either one of them
stopped.
guys as a quarterback. Would you
Don't
bring
get
him
Mike
in?
started. Don't do it to yourself. Don't get Mike started. Let's move
here's
to
the
the
thing.
next team. Talk about Carolina.
On the real,
I
real
would
talk,
over Penix.
real talk. Fedor has an opportunity in training camp and in preseason to beat him head to head.
He
So
will.
if he beats him head to head,
What else does he have to do? The guy won out the end of the season.
No,
You said,
no,
expert,
It's
you
not
said
a
they
true
keep moving the
competition,
goalpost for
KP.
Shador.
no.
keep having a
Shador checks the
No,
boxes, and then we move the goalpost more further.
Was Deshaun playing last year? Was Deshaun even in
What does that have to do with
mix to-
Shador?
He tore
I
his
don't care.
Achilles.
You paid him $200+ million.
Which is
Stop.
And at
crazy.
some point,
You
you gotta
have to-
realize the
you
guy
have to
can't
see
play
what
no
you got.
more.
So, hey, okay, hey, what if Deshaun gets out there this season and just does his thing? He's just incredible. You think they're gonna get rid of him?
Yeah,
He's
for the
gone.
right price.
They
He's
still,
gone. There's
they
nothing
still,
that he
right
can do to
price.
save it.
if
He
they
have
just
to win the
win,
Super Bowl. He have to win the Super Bowl.
No.
if they
I
winning
disagree.
games and
I
he just like
disagree.
he look
Expert,
like
I
Tom
don't think
Brady.
he's going to get to that part. He's not
Right,
going to have
he's
the
not gonna get
chance
to
to
that.
do that. He's not going to have the chance to do that. If he shines during preseason, or if he shines, if he's back and teams start, he'll either sit on the bench because Shador is going to start, and when
Mhm.
someone gets hurt from one of these other teams that needs to win now, or they're in the hunt, then that's when the talks will start to happen, and we'll see Deshaun go somewhere else.
Fellas,
He's
if-
not going to start over Shador. I do not think that's
Fellas.
going to happen.
In his 3 seasons,
Fellas.
he basically has what? A little over 3,000 yards in his 3
See?
seasons.
It's better than you thought, though, ain't it? It's better than you thought. See, I already know his stats.
Okay,
It's better than you
hold
thought.
on. It's better than I
Hey.
thought. So when he played for the Houston Texans, his last year with the Houston Texans, the man had 4,800 yards. Turned
We know
around
that.
1,100. That's not better than what I thought.
Let me give you a scenario. Deshaun Watson plays this year, okay? He turns into, who's the Tampa Bay? I can't think of it.
Yeah.
Baker
If
Mayfield.
you're talking about Baker.
Baker Mayfield. He turns into Baker Mayfield. He
Another
turns into Baker Mayfield, gets
another
them
Browns
into
quarterback.
the playoffs, gets them into the playoffs. They lose in the playoffs, but he plays well, just like Baker Mayfield did. Do you really think they're going to now trade Deshaun Watson off of that 1 year?
Joe Flacco did the same thing, and he turned back into a pumpkin.
No, I'm just saying, that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. If he gives
When
he
is the
That's
puts
not
up
last
a
good
time?
Baker
Hold on,
Mayfield
how about this,
season,
expert?
he's
When
going
is
to
the
be the
last
quarterback.
time? When's the last time you seen, or Shaka, either one of y'all? When's the last time you seen a guy go 3 years of being whacked and then just turn back into an MVP again?
I'll tell you. Hold up.
Baker Mayfield wasn't even whacked for no whole 3 years.
You know who
Remember,
did that?
he was
wasn't
terrible
great
You know
in,
who
in,
did that?
in Carolina.
He wasn't
He
great.
went and sat on the bench. He went and sat on the bench with Sean Tampa.
Kurt Warner did that.
He was
I'll
in,
give you
he
this
was in
Come
the,
on, you
the
talking about a guy that's
Canadian. He
bagging
was Canadian.
groceries.
He was
Come on,
was in
man.
the
That
he
guy's
was in the
bagging groceries at the
Canadian
grocery
league. Like,
store.
No. Remember when he played for the Giants and all that stuff before going to
Okay, the
Arizona?
Cardinals. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
all right, what
He's
about
not the
Geno
first.
He
Smith?
also ain't had no
What
scandals.
about Geno Smith? What about Geno Smith?
And Geno Smith had 1 year and then went back to being Geno Smith.
Well, he went to the Raiders, so let's take that with a grain of salt.
I mean, but even before he got to the
went to the
Raiders, he had
Raiders, though.
fell off. That's why they ain't want him in Seattle.
I mean, Sam Darnold.
And Sam Darnold has only done it for 1 year in his whole career.
That's not true.
Okay,
You cannot
Two.
dismiss.
He
Thank
did
you.
it too.
2
He
years
did
in
it
his whole
too.
career.
I mean, it's safe to say Sam Darnold, and let's not act like Sam Darnold wasn't. He was the top quarterback coming out of high school. He
And
was
Sam
all at
Darnold
USC.
still didn't have the problems that Deshaun had. He didn't have multiple injuries plus scandals.
That's why. But that's the thing. It's like Vic. You know what I mean? Vic goes to prison,
Yeah.
right? And then he comes back. He has the right coach and the right situation where he's able to come back and shine. Deshaun's problems are not just physical. Deshaun's
They're
problems
mental.
got to be somewhat mental. And if
And
he's
Vic still didn't have
mentally
he
clear,
didn't have a torn Achilles either.
yeah, but his Achilles is not torn anymore. I mean,
What
we
about
saw old man Rodgers come back and play
yeah,
okay with
yep.
the Steelers, man, coming
What
off of
about
an Achilles.
what about Michael Pitt? Oh no, never mind. He's still in his fall off period. I'm
Oh,
tripping.
there
Never
you go
mind.
with that. Go ahead, get it out
He
your system. Go ahead and
ain't
get it out
even
your system, bro.
he ain't even started winning or doing that, playing good. He's still in his fall off period. Let me stop.
So
We'll talk
let's
about
just go
Penix
ahead and deal with the
when he
elephant in the
get
room with
better.
Penix. So he can get his money off. Penix was seen at his wedding. He got married over the weekend. Congratulations,
Here we
Michael
go.
Penix.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
He's seen at the wedding dancing and getting, you know,
Man.
getting his two-step on. So
So-
he
so
must
he
not be
moved-
too hurt. He out there cutting the rug. Go ahead and get your money off. What do you got to say about it?
No, I was just gonna say it looks like he moved better at the wedding than he does on the actual football field. You know what I'm saying? I mean, dude, that's the
Go take a
Penix we
picture of
want.
you, Mike. Go take a picture of you.
That's the Penix we want, the one that was dancing. We don't want the one that was on the football field because he ain't doing that out there.
Hey, dog, we can't take this guy
Oh, no,
nowhere,
man.
can we? This guy is good. If we ever get invited to
Oh,
Tom
man.
don't
training
care.
camp, Mike gonna get us kicked out on day one. I
Tom
already
Tom
see it
don't
coming.
care.
Am I
Hey,
wrong,
Tom
Dom?
we
probably
He
just
gonna
would.
get
gotta
us
say,
kicked
we
out on
just
day
gotta
one.
say, hey, although we are next to this guy, we do not know him. We don't know where he comes.
If I see
I'm
him, I'm gonna throw
sorry.
tomatoes at him. Be like, man, get out the field, dog. You wasting time.
Dom gonna be
Yo.
right there with him, hating. Dom gonna be that's right
To
in
be
his
honest,
wheelhouse.
though, Michael Penix has had a better career right now than Deshaun Watson.
That's not true. I can't
No,
believe
That
you
is
saying
not
that.
true.
That's not
Yeah,
I'm talking
you
about,
out
I'm
That
your
talking
is
about, I'm talking
mind.
about, I'm talking
not
about over the
true.
last 3 years.
Oh,
over the last,
no.
You said
No,
career, dog.
no.
You said career.
No.
let me adjust
Come
it.
on, man.
No.
Get
Let
out
me
of here.
adjust it. Over the
No.
last 3 years, Michael Penix has been better than Deshaun Watson has been over the last
I
3 years.
mean, KP.
That's true.
That's
He
like
hasn't been
saying,
playing.
I mean, come on, KP. Listen, man, you're too close to the situation.
No, I'm just
You got
telling you
to
the
give
guy,
this
he don't
man.
got it no more. It's okay.
You don't know that. If
He
the
don't.
Cleveland Browns are saying that this man is in the best shape of
Yeah, because they
since
trying to
he's
get
been
you
in
to buy some
Cleveland.
damaged goods. Hey, have y'all ever went and bought a used car? When you go buy a used car, they gonna tell you, man, it's great. It got new
Bruh.
tires, everything good. And then next you know, a month after you had it, the transmission done went out.
They don't call it comeback player of the year for nothing. Players
You know
can
they be
come
doing
back.
that, don't they, Mike?
Yeah, they do that.
I mean,
Depending on
he's
where
had
you
a
go.
chance to sit on the bench and heal up. It's not like he been doing, you know what I mean?
Shaka, when's the
We're
last time
human.
you bought a car with bald tires and no transmission?
This tires can be replaced. Transmission can be, you can buy a new transmission.
Yeah, and it's $1 million too.
He's getting paid, hell, 230,
Here's the thing. KP
230
is
million.
acting like Deshaun Watson has not put enough tape on the field
Right.
in the NFL to give
Right.
him
Bro, the
his
last good
respect,
tape he
dog.
had
Like
was
we're
2020,
we're talking with the Houston Texans. This man was a former Rookie of the Year candidate. Okay,
I mean, he was
Dom,
better
20
than, look,
Dom,
man, he's
he
one of
hasn't
them
had-
four.
2021.
What year is it
Like,
right now?
Come on
What
now.
year is it right now? Hold on.
2026.
What year is it right now?
It's
What year is it
2026.
right now?
It's 2026. He's only 30 years old.
The last
He's
time
only 30 years old.
Deshaun Watson
Nothing.
played good was 2020. That's 6 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
The last time that guy was a good player was 6 years ago. Come on, man. He ain't got it no more. Let's just accept it. That's like us
That's
saying,
what you think.
man, Mike Tyson should really get out there and go for the world championship belt, and we know the guy washed up. Come on. He's washed up.
Hey, Tiger Woods fell off a
Washed
cliff,
up.
got beat up by his wife. He went through how many years before, and then he came back and won the Masters.
And then what
Sometimes
happened after
Tiger-
that? What happened after that? He
Sometimes-
fell off a cliff.
Sometimes
All you
when
need is
you
wing.
overpay for damn vehicle that ain't ish, okay, and you overpay for it, sometimes you're underwater already. You just gotta ride with it. That's exactly what the Cleveland
Where is
Browns
this
are
analogy
doing.
going? Where the hell is this analogy going,
Well,
Dom?
And that's what I was like, what is he trying to say? You know, I was like, where is this going?
You
We know who the used car
essentially-
salesmen love to see coming.
Don't take that.
You underwater.
They love to see
You
Dom
underwater
coming.
anyways.
Man.
You think you'll ride that thing and it'll get you from A to B. Why you gonna change it up for something else that's not, you know what I'm saying? basically can't do 0 to
Hey,
60
Shaka.
and 2.6 out.
Hey,
You know what I'm
hey,
saying?
Mike.
Minutes,
We're
like
not
seconds.
listening, dog.
I'm just
Hey, Mike.
saying. You got a nice car.
We know who the CEO
Hey.
of Spirit Airlines is now. Now we know who the CEO of Spirit Airlines.
Nah,
Yeah.
come on,
Charging
really?
for water.
It's Dom over here, boy.
How you
just
gonna
Dom is the
disrespect me
CEO
like
of
that,
Spirit
dog?
Airlines. He is the
So
ghost of Spirit Airlines.
I'm driving a whole corporation into the ground, dog. Really? Really?
Well,
You said
that's
keep
what I'm
riding
doing
until
now.
wheels fall off.
Yeah,
That's what
you
you
driving the
said.
lemon off the lot. That's what we know.
No,
Yeah.
that don't mean
That
that I'm
analogy-
damn taking a bunch of debt and shit like that. Like, I mean, it's different. It's different. You have a car,
said
you're
he already
You gotta
underwater.
stick with the car. Stick with the fucking car. You paid a bunch of money for it.
So remember what you said when Tyler Show turns into what he really is.
Shuck.
Just
It's
remember,
shuck.
we're gonna pull
Like,
this back.
stop.
We're
It's
gonna
not show. It's shuck. Shuck. Like you shucking
It's kinda-
oysters. Get it right.
To me, it's
So
show
like
to
shucking
me.
and jiving, basically, like what you doing right now. Shucking and jiving.
Learn it,
you are
because you're gonna
smart.
be hearing it for
You are
years
a
to come.
smart individual. Dom, you are a smart individual, but that analogy was one of the worst analogies I ever heard
It
in
was
my
terrible.
life, dog.
It was terrible.
I can't believe that you came up with something else
It
like
was
that.
terrible. It
It
was
is what it
nasty
is.
You know what I'm
work.
talking about
I'm
was
thinking
the-
about you being underwater and they underwater. It is what it is. Ride it.
If
till
you
the
gotta
wheels fall
explain
off.
it, it ain't. It's just not gonna work.
Fine. Let's just move on.
Let's go.
So you talk about basically nasty work right now. We talking about the NBA right now. And Shaka, you are right. The NBA is taking us for granted. I mean, all these games being on all these different platforms. I got them, but it's still annoying that I got to figure out, is it Amazon? Is it Peacock? Is it ESPN? Like, this is too complicated, man. Like, I need a spreadsheet to keep up where all the games are at. That's number one. And the refereeing for all of it has been really bad. Like, the NBA got to get their arms around it, bro. This is like watching wrestling at this point. Like, is there a script or something?
Yes.
Y'all trying to make this go so many games?
Yes,
So,
there is.
We on to the second round, and basically, you know, we kind of looking at who do we think is going to come out in some of these matchups is going to the conference finals. So we got the Lakers and the Thunder. I mean, we also have the T-Wolves and the Spurs, and then we got the Cavs and the Pistons, and then we got the Knicks. And this is going to be a good one, I think, with the Knicks. I'm kind of looking forward to it, you know. So who do we kind of see coming out of these playoffs now that we had these matchups set? Expert, I'm gonna let you get your money off since you are the Laker resident expert.
Well, it's going to be hard for the Lakers to beat the Thunder. I'm a Laker fan, but I really don't think we're going to get past the Thunder, especially, I mean, Luka Doncic injured and hurt and stuff with his hamstring. I just don't see it. Even with Luka, I don't see it happening. So without him, it's just, it's an issue. So there's a chance we could get swept. We might get one, but there's a chance they could sweep us. I mean, the team is just overpowering. And then when you go to some of the other teams, I like the Knicks Sixers series. I like that series, even though the Knicks, if you watch the last game, the Knicks blew them out. They blew the Sixers out. I mean, it happens, but I actually think the Sixers have a good squad, and I actually think they have enough to beat the Knicks. They can upset the Knicks. So I see that being an upset. As long as Joel Embiid doesn't get injured again during the series, and as long as he's able to play and he stays playing in the paint and doesn't start shooting a whole bunch of threes, I think the Sixers
When
can
is that
actually
going
win
to
it.
happen?
He did it the last series. Joel Embiid was in the paint, and he was killing them in the paint.
Which is what
if
he
it was
should
actually
be
gonna be
doing.
a big man battle, though, that would be nice to see them both play in the paint and see who's better. That would be nice.
That's not going to happen.
Yeah, Karl Anthony Towns cannot guard Joel Embiid down there in the paint. Joel will destroy him down there.
Yes.
But then again, Joel's not going to go out to the three-point line guarding Karl Anthony Towns. So
Not with them slow feet.
Yeah, exactly. So, they really can't guard each other.
Terrible. But, I mean, I'll just get mine off real quick. I think NYC, the Knicks found something against our Hawks, and they woke up. I feel like they're playing the best. They're going to take care of the Sixers. They're going to come out the East, as a matter of fact. And it's going to be an OKC, Knicks, blue and orange suck show. And I don't want to see it, but that's what it's going to be. And the Knicks play great defense. They're shooting lights out. Like, they're playing basketball. I ain't seen this type of basketball in a long time from an efficiency standpoint. I think it's clearly New York is the best team left. in the East. I think Cleveland is going to give them some trouble. Cleveland's going to get past Detroit, and then but the Knicks are going to beat Cleveland,
Really?
and then it's going to be OKC versus New York, and I think OKC is going to win again.
Okay, Dom.
Okay, so we're just talking about the East, right?
Whatever you want.
No,
Okay,
all
Whatever
of
you
it.
want.
all right.
East,
We're
West,
talking about
all
the
of it.
playoffs. Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
What
So-
matchup do you like the best, and what's your forecast on the other ones? Put it on wax. Put your name on it.
I mean, clearly, one of the most entertaining series I have to say is probably definitely the Knicks and the Sixers because of the matchups, and also the San Antonio Spurs.
Minnesota.
Timberwolves.
Wolves.
Minnesota,
Timberwolves.
yes, Minnesota. And I would say it's Minnesota because the return of Anthony Edwards. Finally, I was like, oh, yes. When he got on there, I was like, oh my God, now we got a series. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, hey, for whatever reason, the Minnesota Timberwolves got a chip on their shoulder. They are playing like the grittiest, like very physical, old school. He's like, don't F with me, like type of like, I'm a bully you type of ball. And, the thing is, is Wemby ready for this? Is all the young players on San Antonio ready for this? So I'm interested to see that. That is an interesting series for me. Of course, the Knicks with the because of the matchups against the Sixers, I think that first game was an admiration, like because I just think, Sixers went 7 games
Yeah, they were
against the
tired.
Celtics, and you know what I'm saying, that they put out a lot of energy for that last 7 games. So I can't really say that Monday was like, okay, this is how the series is going to be. And I think the X factor is Joel Embiid. Who are we gonna get? Are we gonna get MVP Joel Embiid? Because that's how he played when he came into the Celtics series. Or are we gonna get Mr. Glass? I have to see. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like every time one little thing happens, he starts limping. I'm like, oh Lord, is he out?
They're gonna
Like,
do it.
I don't know. Like, I can't. That's really the determinant factor. Can he be the X factor to actually play at the MVP level? If so, I really do feel like they're going to give the Knicks a run for their money. And I'm to be honest, I have to go with like what Cameron was saying. I don't particularly trust them yet. They haven't showed, like, I'm just saying, like, okay, these are 2-3 games. They played the Hawks. We all know, we were talking about the Hawks. We know the Hawks ain't ready. Like, okay, are we gonna, now you playing some real teams that maybe have a lot more talent. And here's the thing, I think Detroit is gonna beat Cleveland. I think they've been scared by the Magic. They've been awakened up like the Kraken, like they are awakened, and they're like, oh no, we're not letting this go. And I think they match up well with the Knicks if the Knicks get past the Sixers. So we'll have to see.
Well, I'm gonna help you out here, man. You're all over the place here. You're ripping and you're running. You're going left and you're going right.
I mean, I'm just speaking.
Let's
what
be honest, man. First off, let's deal with what you said about the Cavs, bro. They only lost by 9 points in the first game.
You just in your feelings about the
No,
Cavs. We know.
they lost by 9 points. At the end of the day,
Oh,
the Pistons had an 18-point lead and blew an 18-point lead. And at the end of the day, they are coached by J.B. Bickerstaff. And what does he do? He notoriously melts down the playoffs. They barely got away from the Magic. That's a team they should have ran over, and they should have ran them out the gym. At worst, it should have been a gentleman's sweep. So that's number one. The Cavs had over 20 turnovers and played one of their worst games of the playoffs. James Harden looked horrible. That's not going to happen 4 times in a row. That's the same thing that the Toronto Raptors thought. So if they played their worst game and the best you could do is win by 9, you might be in trouble. So, of course, James Harden has to figure this out. The bigger issue is Kenny Atkinson. His rotations are all over the place. You shouldn't be playing guys like Thomas Bryant at this point. I don't know what that was, but that is what it is. And Donovan Mitchell going to get it together. So I think, number one, you got to keep Jared Allen and Mobley on the floor. That was probably the difference maker right there. If Jared Allen played like he did against the Raptors, the Pistons are in trouble. So all the Cavs got to do is not lose at home and then still win in Detroit. So, and if you look at the regular season, both of those teams have been evenly matched, where when all the Cavs players played, they've beaten Detroit, vice versa. I was also disappointed. Like, where were the fans at in Detroit? If you watched that game, that thing was empty. It looked like a random Tuesday night. Not a playoff game.
Mhm.
So that was kind of wild right there. Then let's talk about the Sixers, bro. You got it completely wrong. The X factor is not Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid gonna be Joel Embiid. He is dealing with some injuries. He's always dealing with
Yes,
injuries.
always.
The X factor is Paul George. Is Paul
Exactly.
George gonna show up to be Paul George or be George Paul? Which one's gonna happen? Game 1, he was George Paul. That's why they lost. That's why they beat the Celtics, because Paul George showed up to play. So it depends on
Yeah.
which version him decides to play. That's really the deciding factor of what's going to happen with them. I do like the matchup. It's a gritty matchup, but at the same time, Paul George has to come to play. You cannot be dependent on X. BJ's a rookie. You don't depend on him. Maxey gonna do his job. We already know that.
Yeah, I was about to say,
Yeah.
we're not going to make it past this discussion and not bring up Maxey.
Yeah, Maxey gonna do
Yeah.
his job.
Yeah,
Maxey
but
does his job.
Maxey's consistent though. I don't have a problem with
We're
Maxey.
not worried about him. We worried about what's gonna happen with Paul George. When we talk about what's gonna happen with the Spurs, they might be in trouble. We all know game 1s are a fill-out game, so I don't really put a lot of stock into most of these game 1s, probably outside of the Thunder. I really think the Spurs could lose at any point. I mean, because at some
Yeah.
point, the experience is going to catch up, and the Spurs are playing with a big man and 3 point guards. You're going to run out of gas on that at some point. You know, you can't play a
Yeah.
bunch of undersized guys and everybody else got rugged, bigger guys.
And
You know, and that's
Timberwolves
what
play really
that's
good
what the
defense
Timberwolves got.
too.
And then you talking about the Lakers. I think the Lakers can maybe grab 2. I think they can. If they could, they just got to win at home. Just go win both your home games and let's see what happens next. I think of the Lakers, if Luka can somehow walk through the door, you might got something.
No.
So
I think the Lakers might be better off without Luka. Honestly, in
yeah, they're
this game,
playing
'cause
at a
they're
quicker pace.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I agree with you, like with the Spurs. I know we talked about the Spurs, and a lot of people commented on our video talking
Yeah,
about,
they be on our
y'all,
head.
on our head about talking about Victor Wembanyama. But like I said, and like we said before, KP, if the Spurs are gonna win, they're gonna need consistency from Victor or whatever, and they're gonna need him to put points on the board. I know he does
Exactly.
his defensive thing. I mean, this last game he had 15 rebounds. That's great, but he
11.
only had and that's great, but he only had 11 points. You know,
That's true.
and they're going to need more from him to win. Now, don't get me wrong. It was a close game. Minnesota only won by 2 points, but Minnesota is a team that has a lot of holes in their team, especially on the offensive end or whatever. Because if you look at Anthony Edwards, it's not like he has another star with him. It's him and a bunch of role players. You know, and Anthony Edwards was coming off an injury anyway, so he wasn't 100%, even though he had like 25 points or something like that. But he still was injured or whatever, and he was just
DiVincenzo
coming
is
back.
hurt too, right,
Yeah,
Dante?
Yeah, he's out. He's
Yeah,
out. He's
He's
got
out.
a torn Achilles.
Yeah. You see, and they're missing him too. So it's like the Spurs, like KP said, can lose at any time because Victor is not a consistent player
he's not
yet.
an offensive player yet.
Yeah, and he's not a consistent offensive player. Later on in the future, he might be one of the greatest players to ever play the game.
Yeah,
But
of
but
course.
right now he's overrated because he's not that consistent threat right now. So any of these teams could beat the Spurs.
He's a
Any of them
consistent
could
threat on
beat
the
them.
defensive.
Yeah, but at the
Of
same
course,
time, he's
bear the ball.
basically, let's be honest, yo, the guy's talent is about what Yao Ming's was right now. Let's be honest, man.
Yeah.
He's not a
Dwight-
guy
Yao Ming
that's
to
gonna
me.
go away because Dwight had playoff games where he gave you 30 points.
Yeah,
You're not gonna depend on Victor to do that.
Yeah, but Dwight Howard was a awesome defensive player and everything. He was an awesome defensive player. He wasn't always consistent on the offensive end, and Dwight didn't take them to no. I mean, he took them to the finals one time, but he didn't
Yeah.
win a championship as the main guy on the team. His offense wasn't consistent. He needed the Hito Turkoglu's and guys who were better than him offensively to do that and had the experience and all
Rashard
that
Lewis.
stuff. Yeah, Rashard Lewis.
Rashard.
Victor doesn't have that right now. He has good young players on his team, but not players that know how to win. And that's what he needs right now. And he can just add to that.
I do not expect Victor to have the shooting percentage that he had in the first game in his next games. That was he was off.
Well, why? I
He
don't know
was
why you
off.
say that. I mean,
But
he has Rudy
still had
Gobert.
12
Rudy Gobert.
blocks. The most
here's the thing.
blocks in a playoff
But did they
game.
win? Did they win the game?
No, they did. They
Okay,
did.
so it doesn't
They
matter.
almost did though.
But
was
it
close.
they don't count almost wins. They count
I
wins,
get
not
it.
almost
Yeah.
wins.
They didn't win. They
And
didn't win. They didn't
That's
win.
that's not like you say 11 blocks. I mean, that's great.
12.
The dude or 12,
11.
11, 12. I don't care if it was
11.
13. This guy is like 7'5", 7'6" with long arms. Of course he's gonna get blocks, but he's gonna need to do more. And I don't know, man.
And Shaka,
He should
this
get that.
whole series, he has Go-Go Gadget, Rudy Gobert guarding him, who's a good defensive player that's going to make him work over and over and
Yeah.
over again. He's not going to get a bunch of easy baskets.
No,
And he hasn't proven that he can dominate Gobert. That hasn't happened.
he's
No,
not going
that's
to.
just one. Okay.
Let's not
we'll-
act like
we'll
Rudy
see.
Gobert.
We will see. It's just one game, guys. It's just one
Hey man,
game.
Rudy
we talk
held
about
down
what
the
we see.
Joker. He's gonna hold it's not gonna be easy. And
Yeah.
It's not gonna
you
be
know,
easy.
I don't know
Yeah.
who's gonna end up winning, but Minnesota getting that first game, that's a big deal.
And Dom,
Yeah, okay.
I was going to say this. It's time for y'all to put some real respect on Anthony Edwards' name. Y'all need to rename this man the Grinch because it's like Christmas for him. Every year, it looked like he ain't got no shot. And then what did he do? He go out there and be the Grinch and take it. You know what I'm saying? He clearly wants it. He sent Joker home. We've seen the same movie last year. Don't be surprised he end up in the Western Conference Finals again.
Yeah, and I mean, some of these big guys, you know, I mean, you got to look at like the Joker when he went against the White and all those guys over there, and they dominated them down there for the Lakers to win and all that stuff. You know, these guys who are kind of soft, like Victor Wembanyama, he's long, but he's still soft. He's still got to bulk up.
Yeah.
He still has to get ready. And a guy like Gobert is easier for him to guard a Victor Wembanyama because he can
course.
push Victor Wembanyama out the paint. You know, he's just not strong enough yet, so he's got to get stronger.
It's experience, man.
We'll see.
It's the
Yeah,
it's the
Spurs
old
really
bull
wanna-
versus the young calf.
exactly.
Shaka, if the Spurs really want to go with it to the championship level, they got to consider one of them guards got to get traded. You can't have
Yeah.
Fox, Castle, and Harper. It's
It
not
ain't gonna
enough
be
minutes to
Fox.
go around. They all the same player. Somebody got to go.
It's got to be
Yeah.
Fox. He's got to go.
You think it's Fox?
Yeah, they're gonna probably get rid of
He's
Fox.
the older one of them, but honestly, I probably think maybe two of them because the way point guard is played now, it's not played where a point guard sets you up like John Stockton. It's played where the point guard is attacking and getting 20, and you having Stephon Castle really stunts Harper's growth, man. I
Yeah.
really feel like they're going to have to make some real hard business decisions because they got too many of the same player, and all of them are really good players. And Harper got a lot of potential, but Stephon Castle, he don't
I
showed
mean,
you right
we-
now. He's an all-star in the waiting.
Yo, OKC is coming out the West. I mean,
Yeah, of
we
course.
could have
Yeah.
just summed
Yeah,
it.
but I mean, we're
Yeah.
talking about
Yeah,
the
we're
most
not.
exciting series, and I hate to say, sorry, expert, but LA and OKC, that's not going to be. an
Yeah, it's
exciting
over, man.
series.
Yeah,
I mean,
you
he
ain't
just
gotta say-
overmatched. There's not a lot you can say
Yeah,
there.
you
He's
ain't really gotta
overmatched.
say sorry, expert. I told you it's not a good matchup for the Lakers. So you know
It's not a good
I'm
matchup
just
for
saying,
nobody.
I'm trying to
the Lakers,
show
you gotta tell the
empathy, show
Lakers.
empathy to the Laker. You know what I'm
Well,
saying, fan.
Killer Cam was right about the Knicks. You know, we've seen this story with Patrick Ewing and them. We've seen it with Spreewell. We've seen it over and over again. Even if they make it to the finals, that's
They will.
really the worst thing that could happen for the East is the Knicks make it because they're going to get swept. At least I would say
no.
the
I mean,
Pistons.
who would you rather see? You just rather see the Pistons?
No,
I
I'd
mean,
rather,
would you rather see the Cleveland
want to-
Cavaliers?
you know who he
I mean,
wants
you're-
to
you're
see,
I
Cavaliers-
mean, no,
You
not
know
being
who
a
he wants
homer.
to
I
see,
think the
though.
Pistons
Yeah.
can at least muck it up and make it a fight, though, because they play tough. They can at least do that, and they got
Wait a
Cade
minute.
Cunningham
Hold up.
that can go
Hold
back
up.
and forth.
Dog.
KP, the Knicks are playing tougher than
No.
any other team.
No.
And
It's fool's
What are you
gold,
talking about?
Shaka. It's fool's gold. Don't fall
it's
for it.
not.
It's a
The
fugazi.
Knicks-
Don't
the
fall
Knicks-
for
The
it.
Knicks, on paper, have the most talent.
Okay,
on
and
paper.
then when they get to OKC, Jalen Brunson's gonna get shut down because he's undersized.
Everybody's gonna get shut down.
Cat is gonna get shut down
Yeah.
by Hartenstein.
course.
So
We're talking about
Here's the
getting
thing.
there. We're talking about
Here's the
getting
thing.
there.
This is what I'm looking at. OKC.
out of who's left though, I
Is-
actually
is-
wouldn't mind seeing the Sixers make it. The Sixers, I think.
Is Williams gonna be healthy? That's the question too, dog. Because if they don't have Williams,
I mean, that's
and
been off and
he's
on
been-
all season.
yeah,
Yeah.
but I'm just saying, like that could affect something.
I don't think so, dog. You got to think, dog. Them guys got guys for days
Yes,
off the
they
bench.
do.
Yeah, they
Yes, they
deep.
do.
OKC is just a better
You know what I'm
Yes.
saying?
best squad in there. They're not
OKC,
even. It's not even close.
OKC
No.
is
It's not even
like
close.
how Alabama used to just have guys on the
Yes.
bench. You ain't even know they.
Yes.
Man, how you got
They
Julio
are.
Jones
It
on the
is kinda
bench? Come
like
on, man. What you want me to do with this?
Yeah, OKC could wind up
slow
being a
down.
dynasty.
Julio
though.
Jones was never on the bench.
I'm just talking about they're deep, like how Alabama used to just have guys on guys on guys. You like, where are all these
Yeah.
guys coming from?
Look, the only team in the East right now that I think could have gave OKC a run for their money if they had it together, if they didn't have all these injuries, and if they had enough time to really gel together because of their injuries, is Philly. Because Philly actually has the talent to do it. They just, for some reason, they just are not mixing well together all the time. But you got Maxey, Edgecombe, Paul George, and Joel Embiid. You have the players that can play against those guys, and but it's just
Trust
Philly
the
just can't get it
process.
together.
Been
Yo,
a
man, they've been
slogan.
trusting the process for like over a
Yeah,
decade.
come on,
so
man.
I don't think it's no more
I'm
process.
surprised.
Well, the
Well-
problem is Joel Embiid shouldn't be your number one option anymore.
There you go.
Joel Embiid should probably be your third option
There
on
you
that
go.
team, to tell you the truth. And if you look back in this last series, even when Joel Embiid scored 30-some points, which he didn't do every game, if you actually watch the games, most of his points came from putbacks or turnovers or something like that. But he wasn't just a man that they were just throwing it to and running all the offense through him.
He's getting
was
old,
getting up-
man. He's beat up. He's
Yeah.
beat up. Like, I'm surprised y'all are all over these Sixers. Y'all been talking Sixers. Like, I mean,
the
I
realization
don't
is
like the
they
Knicks. The
sent
Knicks are
the
just,
Celtics home. They did. They beat them.
but they just get sent home by the Knicks.
The realization is too, I got to see what the Cavs are. I mean, I don't see Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, so I'm not ready to buy the stock that we going to the finals just
Okay.
yet, because I haven't
Okay.
seen them be consistent yet. So maybe if Evan Mobley decide that he want to play, like the expectation we thought he was, maybe so. Maybe if Jared Allen actually gets a chance to play, play like, cornroll Jared Allen like he did in February, maybe so, but you got to be consistent. So I got to be honest about that.
The
Agree with
Cavs that
that.
get to the finals and get swept. Donovan
Yeah.
Mitchell is not a number one option. Donovan Mitchell should be number 2 or 3.
My concern
two.
with the Cavs, man, I hate to say it, man, but I mean, there's no reason that they should be letting Toronto take them 7 games. I was like, really?
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. I mean, at the same
exactly.
time, though,
Dog.
my concern
gotta be
isn't so
tough.
much the players. My concern is the coach, man. I'm not sure what Kenny Atkinson be doing from day to day, and he's bad at in-game adjustments. So, to Mike's point, coaching still matters. If you have a coach that under fire
does.
falls apart or doesn't do anything, and a lot of times you'll see them be going in the wrong direction with momentum, and he don't call timeout. He just sits there. That's not going to help you win. It doesn't lead to
Oh,
winning.
it's not.
Yeah.
I think the Pistons and the Cavs, I think this series is gonna get nasty though.
Oh, it's gonna be a war. It's gonna be a war. You talking about 2 teams that hate each other, 2
Yes.
states that hate each other. The
Yes.
coach, you're going to get your former coach. It's about to get rough.
It's gonna get nasty.
Well, I think the Celtics lost. I think one of the biggest reasons why the Celtics lost was because of coaching. And
Yes.
I'm not saying he's a bad coach or anything like that, but he didn't put his best foot forward. He just let them shoot a whole bunch of threes.
yeah,
he
come on, man.
didn't run any offense. It was just crazy. They were just coming up, dribble through the lane, dribble, and just shoot a whole bunch of fadeaway threes. And I was just like, yo, they
It was
deserve to lose.
Garbage. It
It's
was hot garbage.
overconfidence. It's overconfidence.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
And then
Joe
he
Mazzulla's
defended it.
overconfident. It was arrogant.
He
Yeah, the
defended it. He
coaching was
doubled
terrible.
down in the post game. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
We'll talk about double
sorry to
down. We
say.
go double. Go ahead.
I'm not
ahead.
shedding a tear for Boston.
Me neither.
None of us are.
No, of course.
None of us
Nobody
are. Yeah, we happy to see them go. What do you mean?
Yeah.
I hope somehow Mike can pull up the expert and get the Thunder up out of here. Then we'll really have something to watch. Then it'd be
Man,
exciting.
I would love that. I would love that. I swear. If the Lakers
then
could beat
it'd
the
be
Thunder,
If LeBron beats the OKC Thunder,
He still can't
Get
get no
ready,
credit.
get ready
He's not.
for he's better than Michael Jordan.
that's a
No, get ready. Dom,
If-
if
if
they
Mike-
beat the if they
give me
beat
a
the Thunder,
break.
get ready for Mike to hate. Ain't that right, Shaka? Mike gonna have some other criticism.
No, I want the Lakers to beat the Thunder. Now, if LeBron
Yeah.
gets to the finals, everybody gonna start talking about he's a GOAT and all that. He gets to the finals
Yeah,
and lose again.
they
He gets to
will.
the finals and lose again. They'll be like, I don't care that he lost all these times.
Nah,
He's the GOAT.
they gonna say.
You can be
I'm
a
telling
loser
you,
and be the GOAT.
hey,
There you go.
expert. They are going to give him props for beating OKC. He can lose in the finals,
Well, he
and they will
deserves
still
it.
You
say
know, hey,
Bro.
he didn't have Luka, and he beat the
Hey, Shaka.
the
No,
defending
even worse.
champion.
Even worse. If he goes to 7 games against OKC, they're gonna be like, he's a GOAT. He's 41 years
Shaka.
old. He went to 7
Shaka.
games with OKC.
How come Jerry West don't get all this hate and this man made it to the finals and basically only won one
You know
time?
it's gonna
Yeah,
happen.
Because nobody's saying he's the GOAT.
Because
Nobody's
He's a
saying he's the
logo.
GOAT. Yeah, but nobody
but
is
KD,
saying
no
he's
one
the
He's
watches
not
GOAT.
even in the
play.
GOAT conversation, dog. Stop.
When
No
you
one
talk
watches
about
play.
most people's top 10, most people don't even have Jerry West in there.
I'm
Right.
not saying that, but this you talking about the man's the only person to win a Finals MVP in a losing effort, and y'all
That's
give
all
LeBron
right.
hell.
If
Jerry West don't
LeBron
get no hell.
beats the Oklahoma City Thunder in this round here, I'll start entertaining the GOAT conversation.
No, see, look at that. Oh my goodness.
Are we-
What
See what I'm
time y'all
talking
doing
about?
goalposts on this guy, man?
I'm the biggest
Nah,
NBA
nah.
fan there is.
I'm telling you, LeBron can
Gosh.
if he beats OKC and loses the finals, that's not gonna matter.
But Dom,
Everybody's
do you know how
gonna
hard,
say, "Hey, he beat Shea Butter." Period. Like,
do you know how hard it would be for them to beat the Oklahoma City Thunder
It could be
in the
done.
series? If they're not going to do it. If he
I'm not
somehow
gonna put, I
does
wouldn't bet
that,
on it. No, I wouldn't bet on it.
I wouldn't bet on
Without
it.
it's not going to happen. Come on, now.
Hey, Dom, LeBron could
it's not
walk
gonna
on
happen, but dog.
LeBron could walk on the moon and Michael find a criticism about that. We
All
all
right, here
know
we go.
Mike
I be
can't
like-
stand the guy.
No, I
love
know
LeBron.
I know experts gonna keep it real, but I'm telling you, get ready for the internet to explode. If he beats
It's not going to
OKC,
happen. I'm not
I'm
ready for
telling
it.
you.
It's not going to happen.
Here's the thing, man. Here's the thing.
It's not going to happen.
LeBron is great. He is. When I do
What?
my top 10, well, hold on. Listen, LeBron is great. When I do my top 10, he's in there, all that stuff, all that good stuff, right? But what I get
like
tired
number
of,
8? Number 8?
Top
well,
10.
listen, it doesn't even matter. What I get tired of is every time he plays, oh man, he dunked the ball. He's 41 years old and he still can dunk. Oh, he's 41 years old and he's doing this. So what? He's in the NBA play. I don't care about how old he is and all that stuff. I mean, every time they get the ball,
Okay, see,
they
now
talking
you
about how
hating.
old he is. No,
Now
every
you
time they get the
hating.
ball, he's 41 years old.
You
He's
see this, don't you,
41 years
Shaka?
old.
Yeah,
Come
How
on,
many
it's
41-year-olds are playing at this level?
It's
This is your
ridiculous.
fault. You knew this
You
was
know,
going to
you
go
know,
wrong.
just on first take, what did Perk say? Hey, I was in the same All-American, McDonald's All-American game with this man, and I'm in my second career. And
Yeah.
I
he's
know.
in the playoffs.
I got you. Listen,
holding
LeBron is
holding the
oh my
Lakers on
goodness.
his back.
Yes.
Dom.
Like, let's be real,
Dom.
dog. Like, come on.
First of
Yeah.
all, LeBron is a great player. That's why I have him in my top 10 because he is a great player.
You see
know
how
what?
he keeps doing it in his top 10? You see
That's
this?
what I'm saying.
He is
He's
Shaka,
in
do you
my
see this
top 10.
disrespect?
He is
He's in my top
definitely
10.
he is
Michael Jordan is in
definitely-
my
Hey,
top
man,
10.
Mike-
He is
Mike is
definitely
You know
out
what?
of
the
control.
greatest
He's out
40-plus
of control,
player
man. You know what?
ever.
Kobe
How about
Bryant,
this?
He's
Michael
the
Jordan in my
greatest-
top 10.
He is the greatest
saying?
40-plus player ever.
How about
Ever.
this, man?
Okay.
I'm
Not
gonna
even
keep this
close.
real.
What
I'ma
is
keep
that
this
supposed
real
to say?
simple
for
Brady?
y'all.
That doesn't mean it. What's that supposed to mean?
No,
I'm gonna keep this
NBA.
real
Tom
simple for
Brady?
y'all.
NBA.
I'm gonna keep this real simple for y'all.
NBA.
Y'all like, share, subscribe. We'll see you next time. We got more. We'll give you the Falcons off-season grades, including the draft. We'll talk about some Braves. I know y'all want to hear that because y'all clearly blew up the views on the Braves stuff. So we got more Braves stuff coming for you. And should Coach Quinn from the Hawks be fired after a 51-point nasty work loss? We'll
Oh.
see you on the next one. Like, share,
The Lakers
subscribe.
need Shador. The Lakers need Shador.
The
No, they need-
Lakers?
Shocker. The Lakers need Michael Penix.